Okay, so in the last class we have discussed about the conditional statement. Okay, so this, let's go with this particular two tasks, leap year and prime number. Okay, so first we'll go with the leap year and then we'll go with the prime number. Okay, so if you check any particular mathematical calculations, if you want to check whether the given year is a leap year or not, there will be two conditions will be there. If any number is divided with the, okay, 4 and it is not dividing with the 100, and if it is divisible by 400 and 100, then it will be a leap year. So now here, how you can write this particular condition? Let me take one variable name as a year and converting into this integer, and here I'm writing enter any year to check leap year or not. Okay, and in the next slide I'm writing one condition: if this year is divisible with the 400, means equals to 0, and this year should be divisible with the 100 also. So then it should print it's a leap year. And one more thing, if it is divisible with the 4 but not divisible with the 100, so divisible with the 4 and not divisible with the 100, so not equals to symbol, then also it is a leap year. And one more, if both are not there, so here after else if, so in the else block we have to write not a leap year. So if you run this, something like 2000 is there, so 2000 is a leap year. Okay, so if I'm entering 2002, again say even number, it should be divisible with the 4 but it should not be divisible with the 100, so it's not a leap year. If I'm entering any odd number, something 1999, again it's a not a leap year. So this is the fixed mathematical formula to get the leap year. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now coming to the prime numbers, so 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, these are the prime numbers are there. So what I will do, so I'll write like if it is divisible with the 2, if it is divisible with the 3, 5, 7, like this. Okay, so like this I'm going to add one condition. Okay, so here I'm writing one number which is for prime. Here I'm taking one variable as a enter any number, enter any number to check prime or not. And once I'm entering the number, but before that I want to take one more variable as a boolean variable to just make it true or false. So here I'm taking one variable, something like you can take any name, just I'm writing status equals to, as of now I'm taking as a false. So here I'm writing one condition: if the given number is divisible with the 2, okay, or let me copy this, divisible with the 3, I'll write one more, or divisible with the 5, 7, 11, like this. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, like this. Till here I'll write. Okay, so then I'll write this status equals to, okay, and here again I'm writing one more condition, okay, to print it's a prime or not. So I'll continue this particular sequence once again, and here I'll write if this particular number is, if this number equals to 2, or let me copy this sequence, 3, 5, 7, 11, something. Okay. Or apart from this, it is not available. Apart from this, any particular number, it should be continue. So here I'll do one thing. I'll just make it as a status equals to false. So then here I'll write, okay, let me change these numbers also, 3, 5, 7, 11, like this. So here I want to print something. It's a prime series. Else, apart from this, it is not matching these two particular sequences. Then I'll print this not one. Okay, so let me copy and print this. Enter a number to check prime or not. If I'm entering something 4, so 4 is not a prime. If I run once again, something 32, not a prime. If I'm entering 13, so it's a prime number. If I write 17, it's a prime number. If I'm entering 19, it's a prime number. So automatically it will catch that particular sequence and it will print accordingly. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now let's come to the today's topic, iterative statement or loop. So first we'll understand why we are using this particular loop, and then we'll understand how to use the loop. So first of all, we should understand what is the concept of behind this. So loop is a repeated task. What it is it's a repeated task, and it should be end when it is going to be end if you add any particular conditions. So normally when you create any loop, there will be three stages will be there. There will be one starting point, there will be one ending point, and there will be updating point. So here, what would be the starting point? It also referred as a initialization part. And what is the ending point? It is referred as a condition part, like where you are at the condition, like where you are going to close your loop or terminate your loop. Updating point means from initialization part to the ending part. For example, I want to print 1 to 10. So how should 1 is going to be reached to 10? For example, 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, you're incrementing or you're decrementing the values. So here updating nothing but the increasing or decreasing the values. Start, end, and updating. So here, whenever you're creating a loop, it is always a repeated task and you have to end somewhere. If you are not ending any particular part, what will happen? It will become an infinite loop. Means the loop is going to be continuously, it will be repeat. Okay. And it is not going to be end. For what will happen? Your memory will be full. Okay. If it is infinite, then memory will be full and it will affect to that particular processor. Nothing but the CPU. So here, whenever you are creating any type of loop, there will be two type of loop will be there. What are the two loop types of loop? A loop may be a counter control loop, or a loop may be an event control loop. So here, first we understand what is counter control loop and what is event control loop. Whenever you create any loop, means any process which is repeating from a starting point to ending point, if you already know at what time or how many iteration or after how many steps your loop is going to be closed, your loop is going to be finished, or you can say your loop is going to be terminated or completed, that type of loop is called counter control loop. Simple meanings, we already know after how many iterations this loop is going to be closed. For example, if I want to print 1 to 10 values by incrementing of 1, then it will create a 10 iteration. First it will print 1, 2, 3. So in each iteration, one value is increasing, means after 10 iteration, loop is going to be closed. But I'm telling you like that, okay, I am entering one particular values, okay, and the loop is like that. You have to create a loop when someone is entering good morning, okay, enter the wish. So if someone is entering good morning, then only the loop should be terminated. For example, someone is entering good afternoon, someone is entering good evening, someone is entering good day, or hello, someone is entering welcome, hi, hello, something. Okay, some different wishes they are entering. But when the loop is going to be terminated, if any particular user is entering good day, then only that particular loop is going to be terminated or end. So here we don't know. Maybe the user is going to be enter in the first time, maybe in the second time, maybe in the third time, maybe in the fourth time. We don't know. So if we don't know after how many iteration loop is going to be closed or terminated or end, then that type of loop is called event control loop. So here we are restricting on a particular point only. And in the counter, there will be one sequence will be there. All the values is going to be printed. Is it clear? Yes. No. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how to write the loop now? How to create a loop? So you can create a loop in two ways. The first one is called for loop, and the second one is called while loop. In other programming language, we have do while loop also, but in Python, we don't have the do while loop. We have just for loop and while loop. So now how to write the for loop? Simple steps are there. Just you have to use this for keyword, and then you have to take one reference variable name, and then you have to write in, and whatever the sequence you want to print. So this sequence may be any number, it may be any string, or it may be any variable also. And then you can write your code. So simple here, note sequence maybe numbers, maybe any string, maybe any variable. Okay. Example. For example, I want to print 1 to 10 numbers. So here I'll write for I in. So I is my reference variable. So I'm using one range function. This is a ready-made function. So if I write 1 to 11 and I print something I, so all the 1 to 10 values is going to be print. Next, what is the while loop here? So in while loop, here you have to mention the start point. okay, ending point and updating point. So how we are going to write this? So first of all, you have to mention the initialization part. Then you have to write while condition, and then whatever you want to print. And again, you have to make sure you are updating the value also. Example, if I want to print 1 to 10 values using the while, so I will write x equals to 1, and then I'll write while x is less than or equals to 10, and here I'll print the x value, and then here I'm going to increase the values nothing but x plus 1, or I can write x plus equals to 1 or x equals to x plus 1. Both are the same. This is nothing but the assignment iterator. We are increasing the one value. So let's understand practically, so we'll get the idea. So here I'm using the first for loop. So here just assume I want to print some string. So here I simply I'll write for. You can take any reference variable. Let me write a in something hello world. So here all this particular string is going to be print in a sequence wise, means one by one character. And if I write print a, so you can see here all the values are going to be printed. Same thing here. If I write, you can take a variable also. For example, here I'm writing welcome. Okay. So now here I'll write for, let's take b in a, and if I print b variable, so now you can see all the values are going to print one by one. Is it clear, guys? Yes, no? Okay. Now if I want to print any number, so there is a range function is there. For example, if I'm printing for I in range of 10. So range of 10 means it will print the 10 decimal values. Okay, 10 integer values. So if I write print I, so 10 values means it will start from the 0. By default, it will start the 0, and there will be 10 numbers, means 1 to 9, 9 numbers, including 0, 10 numbers. If I print this, you can see 0 to 9. Okay, it's printing 1 to 9, 9 numbers, including 0. Total 10 numbers are printing. For example, if I write for I in range of something 20, I'm writing, and I'm printing this particular I. So what will happen? 0 to 19 till print. So 1 to 19, 19 numbers, including 0, 20 values. Now, if I want to change the sequence, I want to print the starting and ending point differently. So here I'll write for I in range of, I'll write the starting point 1, and I want to print total 11 values. So 11 values means 0 to 10 values will print. But here I have changed the starting point as a 1. So now if I print this I, so what will happen? 1 to 10 values will print. Is it clear?
Yes,
Now,
yes, sir.
for example, I want to print with the difference. Okay, I want to print only even numbers. So here I'll write for I in range of 1 to 11 with the difference of 2. And here I'll print the I variable. So now you can see here all the odd numbers are printing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, if I increase the ending number, again the value is going to be increased. Just assume I'm printing for I in range of, I'm starting with the 2, ending with the 21, and difference with of 2. And if I print this particular I, so here all the even numbers are printing. So here 2 is nothing but this is the difference. One more example. If I write for I in range of, okay, 1 to 50 with the difference of 5, and if I print these values, so all the values of difference of 5 it will print. For example, if I write I, let me print this. So now you can see first it will print 5, 1, then 1 plus 5, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, like this. It will print the values with the difference of 5. Hope it is clear. Next, just assume there is a multiple values are there. Okay, we'll learn from the next. Okay, from tomorrow onwards we're going with the how to store the multiple values. As of now, just understand the basic concept. I'm taking one variable and here I'm storing multiple values, something like white, cyan, brown, yellow. Okay, so multiple values are stored. Now if I want to print one by one, same thing I have to take for I in range of, sorry, I have to take color variable name, and here I have to print the I. So now you can see all the values are printing one by one. Okay, so this is the way you can use the for loop. Means whatever the sequence you want to print one by one, everything is going to print one by one. Just you have to take it into the reference variable and then you can print that values. Next is the while. So how we are going to use this while? Here first of all you have to initialize that values. So x equals to 1 while x is less than or equals to 10. So it means first it will start with the 1, okay, and the ending point will be less than or equals to 10. And then I want to print this particular x value, and then I want to increase the, sorry, I want to increase the value x plus equals to 1. So now first what will happen, it will check x equals to 1, okay, 1 is there, it will check the condition 1 is less than or equals to 10, yes, so it will print 1. Now 1 become here 2, so again it will check 2 is less than or equals to 10, yes, it will print 2. Again 2 plus 1 become 3. So it will be continuous until 10 less than or equals to 10. When it will become 11, so 11 less than or equals to 10, no, condition is false. So then it will stop your loop. And once you print this, you can see here all the 1 to 10 values are printing. Is it clear how this loop is going to work in the while? Now same thing if I am repeating in the reverse way, x equals to 10 while x is greater than or equals to 1. So it will check like either x must be greater than or equals to 1 till it should repeat that particular task. So I want to print the x variable and then x minus equals to 1. So every time I want to decrease the value. So first 10 will be there. So 10 is greater than 1. Yes. So 10 will print. Again, it will become 10 minus 1, 9. 9 is greater than 1. Yes. 9 will print. So it will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When it becomes 0, 0 greater than 1 or equals to 1, no. So then it will stop. So now you can see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all these things, whatever we have done till now, these all are considered as a counter control loop only. Why? Because we already know after how many iteration loop is going to be closed. For example, here you can see we already know the starting point is h and each and every index will be increased and then it will print the last d only. We already know. For welcome also we already know. For 10 also we already know there is a sequence of values are there, 0 to 9 values will print. In 20 also we know what is the starting point, ending point. And here in the 1 to 11 also we already know what's the starting point, ending point. Here also we already know starting point, ending point. Okay, everywhere we know already where it is starting, where it is ending. Means how many iteration loop is going to be closed. But now there is a condition. If you don't know after how many iteration loop is going to be closed, that is the event control loop. Means for a one particular event only, if that particular event is happened, then only loop is going to be terminated. Otherwise loop should be continuous, continuous, continuous until that particular condition is satisfied or matched. So here I'm writing one question. The question is, we have to write a program that reads an integer value until -1. So we have to write a program. Okay, so it should read the integer value. So reading the integer value, I'm taking one variable, I'm converting it to the integer, input function, enter any value. Now it should start the read the value, okay, using the input function. Now what I have to do, I have to add the condition when, or like till at what point like it should close -1. So here I'm adding one condition, if or something like, sorry, while this number is not equals to -1, then this particular process should be continued. If it is become -1, automatically loop is going to be closed. If not -1, again I want to read this value. Again I want to read this value. Okay. If it is closed, then I'll print, okay, you enter -1, loop is closed now. Okay. So now once I run this, you can see if I enter any value, okay, it will keep asking. If I enter -1, then loop is going to be closed. This is called event control loop. Means you don't know after how many iteration loop is going to be closed. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, we have the transfer statement. So we have three keywords are there: pass, break, and continue. So simple concept is there. Pass means, for example, you have a data set, or just assume you are some, just assume you are examiner, and some number of students are there in the queue, and you want to pass all the students. So what will happen? All the students will be entered to that particular building. Now just assume, okay, you want to stop one particular student only. Okay, from that particular queue, you want to stop one particular student only, and all the students should be passed. Then that is the continue. And just assume there is a timeout is there, okay, and after some particular time, you want to close that particular all the students. For example, there are 10 students are there, 5 students enter, and now from 6 students you don't want to allow, means you're stopping there. So it means it is a break. Let's take one more example. Okay, normally you have WhatsApp, Instagram, messages are coming from the different contact list. It means everything is passed. Now you want to block specific contact only, that is a continue. Okay, when you block someone, you cannot receive the message, but from other end they can able to send the data. From their end, data is there, but your end you cannot able to receive the data. That's a break. Is it clear? Yes, no? No.
Sir, please repeat one more time.
Yeah, simple concept. Pass means you're passing all the data, you're not adding any restrictions, everything is passed. Break means on a specific time, like for example, WhatsApp contact is there, you're blocking to one particular contact, not all the contacts. So when you're blocking one particular contact only, means you're specific about one particular condition, or specific about one particular value, or specific about one particular contact. That is the continue. Once you are blocked, okay, then can you able to receive that messages?
No,
No.
sir.
From their end, data is coming. From their end, data is will be there from uh, the opposite end. Okay, that particular person can able to send the data. but you cannot receive the data. Data is there, but you cannot receive the data. So means you are breaking.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
got it? There's a
Yeah.
break. Means once you add the condition as a break, from that particular point, you cannot able to receive the values or data.
Okay.
Let's take an example. Here I'm taking one variable color. Okay, and let me add some color, something white. Okay, orange, black, cyan, something yellow. Okay, let's add something navy. Okay, so now you can see there are multiple values are there. White, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values are there. Okay, so now if I print for I in color, if I normally print these values, all the values are printing perfectly. Okay, so now I'm going to start the adding the conditions here. So let me copy this. Okay, so here before the printing, here I'm adding one condition. If this I reaches to cyan, now pass the data and print this. Everything is printing. Why? Because all the values are passing. There will be a no conditions. Pass means everything will pass, no restrictions. But here, if you are adding something, continue. So means you want to block a specific value. And once you run this, you can see how many values are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How you have stored 6. White is there, orange is there. Let me print here color. Okay, white, yes. Orange, yes. Black, yes. Whatever cyan, there is no cyan after the black. So means cyan is blocked. So when you are specific about any particular value, okay, or data, you want to block that, then you have to go with the continue. And after this particular some point, you want to block all that particular data. So here just you have to remove this pass and make it as a break. And now you can see white, yes, orange, yes, black, yes. Once you came to the cyan, I have blocked this. Now nothing is going to print. Data is there, yes, data is there, but nothing is going to print. Nothing, you are not going to receive those things. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me add you few tasks. How many have given task? Till 19, right? Till 19 I have given, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So let's start with the 20. So in 20, okay, a shop will give a discount of 10% if the cost of purchase quantity is more than 1,000. Okay. For example, in many e-commerce website, you see like, okay, in Flipkart grocery or Big Basket or GeoMart, okay, if you purchase more than 1,500, you'll get 10% discount or flat 100 rupees off. Okay, like this will be the Zomato, Swiggy. Okay, so here there is a similar question is that you want to build one logic. Okay, you are working on one particular application and the requirement is, yeah, okay, you have to add one logic like the particular shopkeeper is giving 10% discount when if the quantity is more than 1,000. Okay, just suppose, okay, the one quantity equals to 100 rupees, just suppose. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to check, okay, how many quantities they are entering and what is the total value. And if the value is more than 1,000, if 1,000 is also not, uh, there will be no discount. Okay, more than 1,000 is there, then that particular customer is eligible for discount and how much discount they are getting. For example, 2,000 rupees is there, so 10% means 200 rupees discount they are getting. Okay, so like this you have to print. Second, write a program to check given character is vowel or not. Simple concept, just you have to enter any character and you have to check it in the condition if this a e i o u if it belongs to this particular character, there is a vowel, otherwise it's not a vowel. Next 22, develop a program that asks user and arithmetic operators and two numbers and perform the corresponding calculations on the operand using the conditional statement. Means you have to take three input function, two input functions for uh, the number, and the third input function for enter the arithmetic operator for calculation. Okay, so if user is entering plus, it should print the addition. If user is entering minus, it should do subtraction, multiplication for multiplication, division. If apart from this any other symbols if they are printing, so you should print some like uh, wrong input something. Okay, you can pass any error message. Is it clear till now? Now next question. Okay, write a program. Okay, so this is a loop related questions. Write a program which read a number and print the total of the number. For example, you have to write enter any number. If user is entering 1 2 3 4, then the answer should be 10. How it is going to be 10? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. If you user is entering 12, what would be the answer? 3. 3, right? If someone is entering 78, what would be the answer?
15.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Write a program which prints sum of the number series. Sum of the number series means, so it will create a loop where you are entering, for example, 3. Just you are entering 3. So first it will calculate the previous number. Previous number means what is the sum of the two. First it will check sum of the two. And before the sum of the two, it will start from the sum of the one. So 1 is 1 only. And sum of the 2 means the previous result. Okay, 1 become 1 only. Sum of the 2 means what it will print before this 1, and now you have entered the 2, nothing but the 3. If you write 3, so what is the present value? What is the previous sum? 3, and now you have entered the 3 equals to 6. If you enter 4, nothing but the you have previous value is 6, now you have entered 4, nothing but 10. Like this it will keep on increasing. Okay, that's the sum of the series. Next, write a program that uses a for loop to print the number 8 11 14. So it is a sequence of numbers with difference of 3. So you already know how to print the any number with the difference, right, using the range function. And I want the comma also. I want this comma also. Okay, I want the exact output like this: 8 comma 11 comma 14 comma 17, like. Next, write a program that asks the user for their name and how many times to print. Okay, so here, okay, enter your name, and second input enter how many times you want to print, and then accordingly you have to print the name that much time, like the whatever the user is entering the specific number. Okay, and same thing for the prime number, again you have to do using the loop. Next, factorial of the given number. Next, this we have already done. Write a program that is until -1. So now whenever you're entering some numbers, okay, here if you check this, okay, we are entering some numbers, 33 2 -22 -2. So you have to count like how many positive numbers are entered, how many negative numbers are entered. You have to save these results, okay, and print in the last how many positive numbers are printed, how many negative numbers are printed, and how many zeros are printed. Okay, and the last one is the write a program to print the multiplication table of the given number. This is the last task. Okay, till 31. Multiplication table means enter any number, and then for example you have entered 5, so it should print 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Okay, like the till 10, 5 tens are 50. Okay, any questions? Any
Sir,
questions,
for
guys?
this, can you tell me when we use for and while, sir?
Okay, so whenever you want to print any information on a restriction way, then you go with the while loop. Okay, and whenever you are printing an information in a sequence, then you go with the for loop. Whenever you're adding the condition, you're restricting something, then only you use the while. Otherwise, if just you want to print the sequence, all the sequences, then you can go with the for loop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay. So that's it for today.